Jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They ain't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And take it. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
The throw by Taylor there, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. And the Browns getting set to go. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Texans shoot it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Here's Watson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain of 32 that time. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
To return, it's Peppers. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, Taylor buying time to his left. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the 1st quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Oh, nice move. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Caught here by Griffin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 32 that time. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over them, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Bruce Ellington, 37 yards, and the Texans will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. Steps away to his left. A little juke. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Taylor will throw. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Slow.
Play action. Now Taylor. Being chased out left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane.
Looking for his tight end, fouls, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's got some space here. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not?
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Texans will extend their lead. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On second down, Hyde. They juked him. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline. To be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Taylor rolling to his left. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
And there's Tyrod Taylor doing what he does best. Look, he's taken a few lumps along the way, and some people haven't believed in him. But this is where he excels, outside of the pocket, making plays.
As prolific with his legs as any quarterback in the league?
I would say yes to that.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And some room to roam now. Jarvis Landry. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 54 yards. And the Browns get a score closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now a run. This is out for Blue. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he's got Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Looking for his tight end in the corner. It's complete. And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Down! Black 22! Black 22!
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he stopped immediately there. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Come back!
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already...
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They go play action with Taylor. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Taylor hit, he lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning. Following the fumble recovery, Watson rolling to his right. Completion left side to Miller. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. This is the running back, Blue. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. A first down carry now for Miller. Oh, good move. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Richmond.
They'll run it again with Miller. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Reset.
They get it to him running left. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller as the first half is winding down. And the Texans add on. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half, it's Taylor. Complete here, it's Hyde. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They are going for it. Here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. Now the ball comes loose. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Watson now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Tiger! Black 22! Black 22! Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? Check.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
They're trying to show you they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Faking the give. Now Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They run for it. Here's Blue. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They've been rolling the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On 1st down, Watson. He hits Blue, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Escaping the pressure right. Drops it to Blue. Complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Watson looks to throw again. And he is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Texans continue to pour it on. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. As we inch closer to the regular season, I'm just peering down at some of the preseason records. Right now, Ravens 4-0, Bengals, Panthers, Cardinals, all 3-0. I guess my question is, what stock do you put in these preseason records?
Well, the easy answer is nothing, because the preseason doesn't really matter. But some organizations do put more stock in it than others. Some of them want to win every preseason game. Others don't worry about that at all. Intel has told me that only one team has won the Super Bowl after going 0-4 in the preseason, and that was in a strike year, I believe, when Washington did it. So, for the most part, you just don't want to go winless in the preseason. But remember this, the Browns and the Lions both went 4-0 preseasons, then they went 0-16 in the regular season.
Speaking of winless teams, Eagles and Falcons both winless right now, could be Super Bowl contenders.
I still think that they're going to be, whether they go winless or not.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because You've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot in what we call sit down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Richmond, come back.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Play fake. Mayfield forced out to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick.
Richmond.
After the interception, here's Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Come back.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. On second down, Mayfield again. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure. As we just saw there, that's winning football.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. Hugh Jackson rolls the dice, but it doesn't work for him. And this Texans defense stands tall. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call? Is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield buying time to his left. 20. Fells has it left side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And a big throw here, that's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Lucky 56.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Fights him off. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. Hugh Jackson rolls the dice, but it doesn't work for him. And this Texans defense stands tall. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Mayfield looks to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Mayfield now on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Alert. Motion. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to try.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Try to get it to Landry there. Throwing now, Watson. He's going to take another shot here. And he's caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 46 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Here's Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Now in desperation. He's got it at the 15. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. And Watson's going to throw it here. Caught here by Griffin. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. The virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And now it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. One last shot for Mayfield here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
Somebody call for the queen.
And then skipping school, that's a truancy, buddy.